This video is brought to you by the Deck of Minis new sets of animated spell cards, and by Steamforged Games and their upcoming Kickstarter for Animal Adventures of Faraway Sea. Hello and welcome to the Gallant Goblin. Today we've got the premium set from Snowbound, the next D&D booster set from WizKids, and many thanks to them for sending it to us to review. This may be my favorite premium set yet, except for maybe that Goblin Village. That was amazing. But this set is a Frost Giant and a Mammoth. Now, you may be thinking that we've already got a couple of Frost Giant minis and a couple of Mammoth minis even, but this one's different. This one is, well, first, massive, and two, the Frost Giant can ride the Mammoth and then dismount. I'll show you what I mean, but before we jump in, I just wanted to point you to our web store where we've been adding a lot of new designs that you can get on various kinds of t-shirts and hoodies and more, and one of my favorites reveals the most formidable foe an evil dragon goddess can face. Check that design out and all our other ones over at gallantgoblin.com/shop. Now, let's take a look at our Frost Giant and Mammoth. This particular combination of foes is presented as a random wilderness encounter in Icewind Dale: Rime of the Frost Maiden. The Frost Giant is riding down from the spine of the world to hunt for game in the tundra or along the shores of the Sea of Moving Ice. The characters can attempt to hide in the snow so it doesn't see them, but considering how much money you probably spent on this mini, I have to imagine the Mammoth here is gonna have a pretty hefty bonus to its perception checks to smell out those stinky, unwashed adventurers. The unnamed giant carries a sharpened ship's mast that it uses as a spear and a net that it can use to entangle its prey. They use the regular Frost Giant and Mammoth stat blocks with the addition of the spear weapon, which deals 3d12 plus 6 piercing damage. So let's see how this set works exactly. To have the Frost Giant mount the Mammoth, you just remove the empty saddle piece, insert the other saddle piece with the legs of the Frost Giant, and then remove the top half of the standing Frost Giant and put it on top. And it's all very quick and easy. Just be sure to keep all those pieces together so you don't lose anything. I also appreciate that we're getting a female Frost Giant here, as we haven't had too many of those. Of course, Frost Giants appear in more than just one random encounter table in Rime of the Frost Maiden. This is an encounter that you can run anytime your adventuring party ventures into the icy north, whether you're playing Storm King's Thunder, Rise of Tiamat, Infernal Machine Rebuild, an adventure in Wildmount, Against the Giants and Tales from the Yawning Portal, or even something like Giant Slayer from Pathfinder, though their giants don't tend to be quite this big. The Mammoth Mini can also be useful in a quest out of Dugan's Hole, in which an interesting mammoth and a couple of winter wolves have been causing some problems for the local population. Now, a mammoth is technically considered a huge beast, but this particular mini is on an 8-inch base. You can see the size difference when we compare it to mammoths from the Rime of the Frost Maiden and Pathfinder Battles Darklands Rising sets. So maybe this creature is better labeled as a giant mammoth. The Frost Giant fits in perfectly with our older Icons of the Realms Frost Giant minis, though. The Snowbound premium set here has an MSRP of $79.99, and she's expected to be released alongside the Snowbound Icons of the Realms set in or around August. The next booster set after Snowbound will be the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, which I have to assume is going to have some really bizarre and creative minis. That set is expected around October or so. And as I was putting this video together, we also got some news about the Animal Adventures Faraway Sea Kickstarter, which is launching in about 2 weeks. This is an adventure and setting book that focuses on awakened animals, those dogs and cats, alpacas, foxes, etc., that have gained sentience and language and the ability to use tools. It's a beautiful, sweet, family-friendly setting that I really love, and so Steamforged Games is sending me a preview set including all the minis, including an albatross wizard, a pig barbarian, an orangutan artificer, so many more, plus several new dog and cat minis too. So stay tuned, we'll show you all of those here in a video really soon. They also announce the pledge tiers for the Kickstarter. We'll throw that link in the pinned comment down below me there. If you want to get just the digital campaign guide, that's just $10, or you can get all the minis for just $55. So go check it out. That's Animal Adventures: The Faraway Sea. You also need to check out the sale going on right now at Hit Point Press for their new line of animated reference cards. They filled out their line of spell cards with the upper level spells, so if you're wanting some cool animated cards for spells like Weird, Imprisonment, Wish, and Mind Blank, now's the time to get them. You can also get decks for all spell levels covering all the OGL 5e spells. And they also have decks for conditions, townsfolk, NPCs, and one of my favorites, the Deck of Illusions. Now this is an uncommon magic item in the basic rules. Your PC just draws a random card and throws it on the ground in front of them, and an illusion of that creature appears above it. It might be a hobgoblin, or a priest, or a mage, or an ogre, or one of 30 other creatures. It's a really fun item to add to your games, especially if you have the animated cards. And they're all on sale right now for their pre-order period, so go check it out at animatedspells.com. And thank you for watching today. We've got a ton of fun videos coming out soon. We'll have reviews of the new Orc Warband, the Wave 15 of the Nolzur's Unpainted D&D Heroes, the awesome Pathfinder Monster Tree Raiser, the new Summoned Creature set, the animated Animal Adventures the Faraway Sea preview. All those, they may be out now by the time this one comes out, I don't know. And there's also one video coming up that is going to be covering an upcoming game that you maybe not know about yet, that is absolutely unlike anything that we've ever covered before, and I really can't wait to show it to you. So be sure you're subscribed so you don't miss anything. Hit that little bell icon down there to be notified when our videos drop, because honestly, we just drop them when they're done half the time. And come and join us on Discord, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. For now though, stay safe, have fun, love each other, and I'll see you next time at the Gallant Goblin.